What's up, people? How are you doing? This is Hollywood Breakdown, and I'm your friendly Hollywood Breakdowner, Project Raj. And in Hollywood Breakdowns, we talk all things about the MCU and the Sony Spider-Man universe, mainly Morbius and Moon Knight for now. So, in the past 2 weeks, there's a lot that happened, especially this week with Will Smith smacking Chris Rock at the Oscars. And in Singapore, the big thing that is going around in Singapore is that we do not have to wear masks outdoors from today. And also the Miss Marvel trailer popped up, and I'm doing the breakdown, and I'm done with 70 to 75% of the script. But yeah, so this video is not scripted, which is why it's coming before that video. And Moon Knight is coming out tomorrow, so later I'll do a unlisted test live stream, and then so that for tomorrow it's easier for me to set up everything for the watch party. So yes, I am doing a watch party tomorrow. And Morbius is coming out on Thursday, and tomorrow it's coming on some theaters in Singapore, and on Thursday it's like the nation release early morning, and for other countries it's on like Thursday, just that their Thursday is out my Friday. So yeah, so Friday is the global release in Singapore time, and tomorrow 4 p.m. Moon Knight comes out in Singapore time. So yeah, and yeah, so let's move on with today's news. So today's news, I'm just gonna talk about Morbius. Yes, it is about Morbius. So it is about Daniel Espinosa, the director of Morbius, openly spoiling the film, even though there's only a few days, there's only 2 or 3 days left, and he's actually spoiling it, and Sony has acknowledged all his answers to CinemaBlend's spoiler-like questions. So yeah, let's see each question one by one. And yeah, so the first question is, what universe does Morbius take place in? And Daniel has replied that Morbius lives in the same universe as Venom. This is the universe we saw Venom exit at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage, and return to at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. And so what does this mean exactly? I actually predicted this. I thought this will be what we are gonna see, and yep, it's true. And so Venom and Morbius live in the same universe, which is the Sony Spider-Man universe. This means that Kraven the Hunter most probably will be taking place in the same universe as well. So it's not really a spoiler, but it answers most of your questions. And also, they removed all the Spider-Man Easter eggs. I posted about this earlier on in my Telegram last week. And yeah, so if you want to go see my Telegram, y'all can go to the description below. I'll leave the link below. And also earlier on, I posted about all these questions, but I thought it's very important that I actually talk about it in a video, so hence you're seeing this video. And so yeah, Morbius and Kraven the Hunter might be taking place in Morbius's universe. And yeah, so CinemaBlend have asked if there is a Spider-Man in Venom's universe, and Daniel has said of course. So that cleared all your doubts. But why would they remove the Spider-Man Easter eggs? No one knows. But yep, there's they rumored a lot actually. And also, y'all could ask me how I predicted that Venom will be in the same universe. It's because there were more Venom Easter eggs than any other character's Easter egg. For example, the Daily Bugle logo, which is the same in every movie, but it's still there. So that made me think that Venom will be in this universe. And also, there were 2 references to Venom in the trailers. The first one is where Michael Morbius says, "I am Venom," and then the second one is like one of the cops says, "We haven't had anything as interesting as that thing in San Francisco," where they are referencing Venom. So I talk all about this in my Morbius trailer 2 breakdown, so you can watch that in the top right hand corner. But I don't know why you would be watching that, since the final trailer came out after that, and even the movie is gonna come out this week. So anyways, yeah, let's move on. And let's moving on with this question. CinemaBlend helped us, and they added on to their question. They asked, okay, so which Spider-Man exists in Venom universe? And Daniel responded to this question by saying, it is my understanding that audiences will discover the answer soon. So Everything Always, The Cosmic Wonder, and 3C Films have replied to this. They said Sony might be making an announcement, or we will get to see who it is in Aaron Taylor Johnson's Craven the Hunter film. And 3C Films pointed out that this Spider-Man could be Tobey or Andrew, but at the same time, they may introduce a new iteration, or rather, they'll just move on and introduce Miles Morales, who could be played by Jaden Smith. Yes, and Everything Always also pointed out that Jaden Smith is working on a film right now, and so it could be his Miles Morales role in maybe Craven the Hunter. So let's see. So I also don't know what they're gonna do, but I guess we'll get to know according to Daniel. And moving on with the next question. It says Morbius has very unique powers. How did you figure out how to visualize them for the big screen? And Daniel has his answer isn't actually answering the question, but yeah, I'll just tell you what his answer is. One of his powers is echolocation. The people that have an echolocation in the past movies have been blind, but what happens if you can see? Then you have to adapt. There's nothing to break down in this statement, but yeah, let's just move on. And the next statement is, the way that you show it with colors trailing the vampires is so cool. And Daniel has had a conversation with them apparently, and he said that I thought of psychedelia. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to say psychedelia. And he said that kind of vibe. I'm a big comic book lover, and I always loved how they drew powers. I like that kind of expression. So that's what we are gonna see with Morbius. And then CinemaBlend asked a spoiler question, which is one of the greatest questions in this so-called interview. So that question is, let's shift to Michael Keaton, who we saw in your Morbius trailers. Is he playing the same Adrian Toomes / Vulture from the Spider-Man Homecoming film? And Daniel has said yes. So before breaking this down, I'm gonna also tell you the next question, which is, how did he get to Venom and Morbius's universe? And Daniel has said, at the end of Venom Let There Be Carnage and Spider-Man No Way Home, and in No Way Home itself, it is clearly established that it is possible for characters to transfer from one multiverse to another. I think he meant universe, but let's move on. And the events of No Way Home had the effect of transferring Venom and Vulture and maybe others back and forth between the MCU and the Venom universe. So I actually don't know what he means. I mean, like, so you're saying they can't just transfer universe without anything. They can't do that. I mean, like, the only reason they all moved into another universe was due to Doctor Strange's spell. So for Venom, when he was from the SSMU, he went to the MCU, and then he came back when the spell was undone. But for Walter, he is in the MCU. So how are you in the SSMU? How are you not back in the MCU after the spell was undone? Which is a question we all have. Even 3C Films, Cosmic Wonder, everyone pointed this out. So we don't know what they're gonna do, but at least we now know that it's the same Adrian Toomes from Homecoming. And the reason he's recruiting people to fight Spider-Man, which is an answer given by Daniel later, I'll talk about that later, is because Walter no longer remembers Peter Parker, since the second spell makes everyone forget that there was this guy called Peter. he only remembers Spider-Man and how he had separated him from his family and made him go to jail. So he doesn't remember the Peter Parker side of Spider-Man, which made him kinda chill and like forgive Spider-Man. He doesn't remember that dude. He only remembers the bad side of Peter. He doesn't remember the good side, which is Peter himself. So now he still has that enmity with Spider-Man, and which is why he's recruiting people. So he might become the founder of the Sinister Six. I'll talk more about that later. So the next question is, how did Adrian Toomes get his Walter suit at the end of Morbius? So apparently the second post-credit scene is him talking to Morbius in the suit. So Daniel has said that if you look closely, you'll see it is not quite the same suit as Homecoming. He is a resourceful guy. And 3C Films has said that Walter is smart, but he's not as smart as making a suit on his own. So that's why he said, and I agree, I concur. Walter is smart, but he can't make a suit by himself. Daniel, what are you doing? Sony, what are you doing? I don't know what they're gonna do with Morbius, but let's move on. Is Walter in Morbius setting up for a Sinister Six movie? And Daniel says, well, he is recruiting teammates and he has enticed one already, referring to Morbius. So it sure looks like a start. So the Sinister Six that we missed out in No Way Home has started building. So Venom will obviously be one of the characters, and Kraven the Hunter obviously also, because he might be in the same universe. So 4 people. Who are the next 2? I guess maybe Black Cat and Rhino or somebody. So we will get to know soon. Sony is I'm kinda neutral about the Sony universe anyways. I love Venom, Let There Be Carnage, but Morbius, I loved it, but after they removed the Spider-Man mistakes, kinda hesitant, but I need to watch the movie anyways. And I'll be watching it this Friday or Saturday anyways. I'll make reviews and my thoughts before are gonna be here anyways. So I actually feel like I should watch the movie. Only Spider-Man fans won't like it, but Morbius fans would love it, so that's why I'm gonna go. And also really excited for the Kraven the Hunter film. Doctor Strange comes in a month, so also really excited for that. Also, I'm definitely gonna go for that. Singapore releases 4 May, not 6 May, so I can post early reviews to y'all. I can flex. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in my watch party tomorrow, and my trailer breakdown for Miss Marvel will also come out soon. So that's it for this video, and yeah, thanks for watching this video. Bye, peace out.
In 5 days,
Stephen, your identities. A mask to hide the scars. Embrace it.
experience the 6-episode event. Only on Disney Plus.
It's time.
Marvel Studios Moon Knight, only on Disney Plus.
Are you ready?
Half the city wants to kill you.
Not a good choice.
Morbius.
I've become something superhuman. It's impressive, don't you think?